You can also register for free to get unlimited access to all the articles, news, and events in the city. And you may also watch us live on the video stream right from the website or on the Music Industry City YouTube channel. All right, is everybody ready? We begin our countdown right now.
Hello and welcome. It's great to have you with us on this Monday. I'm Peter Schwing, and here's what's happening. The SEC greenlights sale of share of songs for Songvest. The NMPA prepares to fight streaming services. Live streaming concert platforms consolidate. TikTok's removed 81 million videos in the second quarter of 2021. And the ATC among the music companies backing new arts emergency campaign in England. Plus, our daily Spotify update. Those stories are coming up, but first, let's take a look at this day in history. All right, this day in history where we honor those who have passed away, those who have born on this day, and maybe some interesting tidbits. All right, so in 2000, American singer and actress Julie London died after suffering a stroke. On this day in 2007, South African reggae star Lucky Dube was shot dead by car thieves when he was dropping his teenage son and daughter off in Johannesburg suburb. Police said Dube's son and daughter were already out of the car when the 3 shots were fired through the car window. Witnesses said the wounded singer tried to drive away but lost control of his car and hit a tree. And I'm born on this day in 1926, one of the pioneers of rock and roll music, Chuck Berry. In 1974, brought us Peter Svensson, guitarist with the Swedish rock band Cardigans. 1982, American R&B singer-songwriter Ne-Yo, born Schaefer Chimere Smith. And in 1987, that brought us American actor and singer Zachary Efron. This day in history in 1989, October 18, 1989, during a gig at the Los Angeles Coliseum in California when they were opening for the Rolling Stones, Guns N' Roses frontman Axl Rose announced that this would be the last Guns N' Roses concert unless the band members, quote, got their shit together. He was referring to their use of heroin. And in 2005, Madonna admitted that she wrote a groveling letter to ABBA asking if she could sample their music on her latest single, Hung Up. The singer had to seek permission to sample Gimme, Gimme, Gimme and became only the second act that ABBA has allowed to sample their work. The Fugees used part of The Name of the Game on their 1996 track, Rumble in the Jungle. All right, to set the stage for a discussion, we provide informed perspectives and commentary on current headlines. If you'd like to offer your thoughts on one of today's topics, you can request to join the stage. I'd also like to say hi to everybody tuning in on the video stream on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and directly from the Music Industry City website. To stay up to date on this and other program, you can sign up to musicindustrycity.com for more news, articles, and events. And with that, let's get to it. All right, and this is from Music Business Worldwide. The SEC just greenlit the sale of shares in a hit song, and fans can buy them for $16. The massive IPO of Universal Music Group on the Amsterdam Stock Exchange last month validated the value of music rights. Songvest, a fan investment platform and royalties marketplace, has developed what it claims is the first ever public securities offering for royalties. Songvest has gained SEC approval to sell music royalties under Regulation A+ of this U.S. Securities Act. Song shares are royalty share units, which the firm describes as, quote, the first ever fractional shares of music royalties from hit songs by major recording artists. Songvest, a secure online marketplace, aims to bring fans into the equation by offering exclusive investment options to song licenses. Registered users can start bidding in these live VIP auctions for $20 and make non-binding reservations to hold their song shares. After the VIP auction, Songvest submits an offering to the SEC for qualifying, which means if the bidders collectively decide to pay $22 a share for royalties, Songvest will submit an offering to the SEC for $22 a share. Fans who place winning bids at the VIP auction will be the first to know about and acquire tickets for a VIP sale held after SEC qualification. Songvest tells Music Business Worldwide that SEC qualifications take about 10 days. After the VIP sale, any remaining song shares are then sold to the general public, and the song share owners receive quarterly royalties based on their ownership percentage. Songvest investors get access to personal dashboard, which they may track their purchases, music statistics, and quarterly royalty payments. Using a pen-only database ensures, quote, the highest level of security and transparency for buyers, according to Songvest. They also claim its experts collaborate with sellers to evaluate their catalogs, calculate the quality of royalty share units to be sold, and produce listings. And Songvest CEO Sean Peace says, quote, never before has a fan been both emotionally invested in promoting the music. With song shares, fans can finally get royalties from hit songs and align with artists, composers, producers, and labels. All right, that's interesting in the sense that, you can say, I invested in a piece of this song. But again, now you're playing the stock market. Just remember what you're getting involved in, and please be careful and pay attention and know what is this when you cash out. Is this capital gains tax? There's a lot of these things that people aren't very familiar with, and just make sure you know what you're getting involved in. All right. From Digital Music News, the NMPA says streaming services are demanding the lowest royalty rates in history. The National Music Publishers Association, NMPA, President and CEO David Israelite has fired the first shots, claiming the streaming music services are requesting, quote, the lowest royalty rates in history. He took to social media to criticize the mechanical rate proposal from streaming services, having written several remarks on the matter in the last week. The three-judge CRB, Copyright Royalty Board, will hear from Spotify, Amazon, and Apple, YouTube, and Pandora on how much they think composers should be paid over the next 5 years. Israelite said last week that streaming services have submitted their proposal. It goes on to say, we now know definitively what the digital streaming services think of the songwriters that make their businesses possible, he stated on Instagram. Their suggested rates are the lowest in history. On top of rolling back rates and terms, the NMPA proposes a structure. The NMPA says they propose the structure worse than any time in the history of interactive streaming. It goes to say, quote, it's disappointing but not surprising given how they've treated songwriters over the years, including their 4-year-old appeal of the 2018 rate victory. He concludes the 140-word message with, this fight has just begun. Also, taking into account the streaming services stated request, Israelites' words, and the continuing debate over the 2018 mechanical rate boost, the NMPA is apparently planning to increase DSP publisher payments to 20% and revenue in 2023 to 2027. The NMPA's alleged mechanical rate plan also includes prospective compensation of, follow this, 0.0015 per play. Okay, so now we're getting to the tens of the thousands again. And 40% of payments remitted to record label masters owners, or $1.50 per subscriber, whichever is higher, including the 20% of revenue, the sources have said. All right, this is a battle that's ongoing. There's some articles. We're going to follow up on this one a little deeper. Of course, there's another article, and it was from an interview, and it's on Music Business Worldwide, that the question is posted, can Spotify afford to pay out more? I know a lot of people just grunted. Absolutely. And, so we have somebody that wants to come on up and say, we're going to follow this in deeper because, we're looking at the fact that people are saying, well, Spotify is focused more on podcasts now, and they're spending all this money on podcasts and development, and music streaming is secondary. And what some people have run the numbers saying that if they would, that $0.01 penny per stream, and it was just not feasible as a company. Now, whether you're going to start talking about Daniel Ek being valued at $4 billion and all that stuff, that's a whole different story. But we want to take a deeper dive into the actual financials and see what there's talking about there. All right, live stream concerts. This is from Billboard. Live stream concerts, the next step, consolidation. A year ago, there were more live streaming services popping up than we could count, all competing for our attention. In January, Live Nation acquired a majority stake in Veeps. In the same month, Hopin paid $250 million for live streaming studio StreamYard, and there have been over a half dozen more mergers and partnerships since. The deals show the music industry sees long-term promise in a sector where U.S. fans will spend $610 million on tickets in 2020. The reintroduction of physical touring, however, creates new obstacles, as does the decline in live streaming audience. Most CEOs expected consolidation. It's difficult to turn a profit after paying expenditures like credit card processing, bandwidth fees, and employee salaries. This is coming from Petrocelli, who says, whose 9-year-old company has clients like Spotify and Netflix. It's a mystery. They need a lot of venture money to do, and that's from John Petrocelli from Bulldog. Fortunately for some, VCs have kept investing in live streaming. Where Do We Go was powered by Maestro, a white label invests live streaming technology. It raised $15 million in Series B funding from investors including Sony Music Entertainment and Twitch co-founder Kevin Lin in March. Moment House, founded in 2019, has developed streams with music video level production. Tame Impala and Isaiah Rashad, and Red Light Management co-founder Corin Capshaw and Watchman Music CEO Marty Diamond both invested $21 million in Fly Machine in July. Fly Machine creator Andrew Dreskin is no stranger to consolidation, having sold his first ticketing startup, TicketWeb, to Ticketmaster for $35 million in 2000 and a second Ticketfly to Pandora for $450 million in cash stock in 2015. All this investment in live streaming comes at a time when virtual event viewership is declining. 5% of respondents said they've been to a virtual concert in the last year, and 5% say they plan to do in the next. Quote, I choose to spend time with other forms of entertainment, and, quote, I do not want to pay for a virtual conference were the two top reasons for not watching. The percentage of respondents who said they were likely to see a virtual concert in the following 2 weeks has been hovering around 35 to 40% throughout the year, according to MRC's 2020 U.S. year-end report. Artists and their teams have less time to produce rich, interactive live streaming experience is one of the challenges that they're saying going with the public. There are a lot of underwhelming experiences and challenges where shows didn't make it to the air. However, executing really live multi-camera broadcasts with in-person audiences demands a completely different and specialized skill set than the often pre-taped audience-free settings most platforms are used to. It's a whole new series of things to learn, said the Mandolin's co-founder and CEO, Mary Kay Hughes. Yeah, I mean, this is, of course, the only option we had was live streaming. So everybody's trying to build a better mousetrap, and there are some really good platforms out there. As with anything, we see expansion, and we're seeing this consolidation. So it's going to be a different game in the next year, and it's going to be changing. We're going to see live streaming stay in a certain way, but again, one of the things that is here. And this kind of goes back to, the almost like in a sense of the Napsters. I do not want to pay for a virtual concert. So it's that I want my free music. I want my free concerts. So it's going to be a challenge there. And speaking of mergers, well, this one was announced last week. And this one is from musicindustrycity.com. Music Industry City has merged with Future Music Forum Barcelona. Wow, okay, this Future Music Forum Barcelona has merged with Music Industry City. The two firms will pool their resources to form NYBAC Media Incorporated, which will supervise digital broadcasting, live events, and digital communities for its Music Industry City division. Founded by Peter Schwing, hey, I know that guy, former partner and general manager of the New Music Seminar and founder of Moving Target Group. Mike McCready, co-founder and CEO of Music X-Ray. Niall Dorley, founder of the Future Music Forum Barcelona. NYBAC Media provides an international platform that includes broadcast network with the flagship music industry news at noon. Wait a second, I know that show. Audio drop-in talk shows and podcasts, year-round digital events, community building on the Music Industry City website, and live events, including the Future Music Forum Barcelona. According to Peter Schwing, CEO and president, quote, "This merger is a great opportunity for both companies as it will allow them to work together on projects more efficiently while expanding their reach to other areas globally where they would not have had access before. We're able to provide more opportunities for our users and partners and provide them with an opportunity to reach new audiences throughout the network." Nyback Media will rely on their deep industry connections to provide musicians access to the industry experts through the MIC platform, equip the next generation of music industries with tools, education, and networks, foster high-level discussions to affect positive change, and increase partners' access and visibility to the industry. The Music Industry City website has features for artists and people in the industry to interact in real time through communities and forums, live events, and a metaverse. The site also provides educational resources, online courses, and talks from industry leaders, health and wellness topics specifically tailored to the music industry, a personal and professional development section, and a music discovery zone, plus a local media outlet showcasing members and partners. Oh wow! Hey, that sounds really awesome. I've heard of the Music Industry City, so if you're not familiar with it, check it out. All right, moving on. This is from Music Ally. Exit is the latest firm to offer streamers DMCA-free music. The trickle of companies launching music that game streamers can use in their broadcasts and on-demand videos without fear of copyright strikes is turning into a flood. Music Ally has covered, and we've discussed this a lot, about Slipstream, Riot Games releasing streamer-friendly, DMCA-proof albums, respectively, and about production music firm Soundstripe's Twitch Pro extension. Now, esports firm Exit has launched a service called StreamJ, which offers a catalog of music for game streamers and other online video creators to use, quote, without having to worry about DMCA or licensing issues. It's a partnership with PRTL, an existing company offering DMCA-free music. They go on to say, streamers get to discover, use, and work with new music artists and get their music and brand exposed while building income, and the audience has a better experience. Yeah, this is something that another area that has been blowing up in the last year. I mean, Epidemic Sound, Monster Cat, to cash in on the royalty-free, this was, as Twitch, especially Twitch, was going through the DMCA strikes, people were hustling to say, listen, use our music. No, you don't have to worry about it. We'll whitelist it for Twitch. And there's many other companies out there, and they, with YouTube, Twitch, and there's even distribution companies. And you can allow to whitelist to allow for people to use the music on these platforms. All right. And this is from Complete Music Update. We're going to head across the pond. And again, if you want to follow along with any of the headlines that we are discussing, you can go to musicindustrycity.com and you'll see today's music industry news at noon post, and you'll find all the headlines there. And feel free to post in the public square. If you are registered, which you can do for free, if you are registered, there is a public square that is the open forum it's kind of like the notice board. So you can share what's on your mind. You can ask some questions. If there's any news that you see you want to pass along, then you can post there, or you can post a funny meme or GIF in that case. All right, ATC is among the music companies backing new Arts Emergency campaign. Several music labels have endorsed a new campaign by the Arts Emergency, an organization that gives mentoring and other help to young people pursuing careers in the creative professions. According to Arts Emergency's new campaign, only 16% of people working in the creative industries come from working class backgrounds, and only 4% of persons working in music, visual, and performing arts are Black, Asian, or minority ethnic. Because of the pandemic and COVID-19, fewer internship opportunities exist for young people from underprivileged backgrounds, the report says. This week, Arts Emergency is displaying those and other figures on social media and at culture venues across the country. They're also urging creatives to use the hashtag #MyBreakthrough to thank the individual or organization who helped launch their creative career. ATC Management Europe MD Summit Brothra says the ATC Management and Booking Agency are supporting the idea. Despite the powerful and positive impacts of digital culture, many young people still face very real barriers when it comes to breaking into the creative industries and developing a career. The Arts Emergency Mentoring Network has proven impact in dismantling these barriers and opening doors, he adds. We at ATC believe that this is a vital endeavor to support alongside our other social impact programs as we recover from the pandemic. All right, let's move over to Adele, just in case anybody missed seeing a 30 displayed somewhere prominently in their city for the marketing campaign. I thought it was kind of really neat, and of course, everybody on Twitter was blowing up about it. Great little marketing campaign, or not little, great big marketing campaign. This from Digital Music News. Adele's Easy On Me smashes Spotify's one-day streaming record, easily beating BTS's Butter. According to the data provided to Digital Music News over the weekend, Easy On Me got 24 million streams in a single day on Friday, October 15th. And they go on to say, though, Spotify appears to have reduced that to 19.75 million by restricting superfan repeat listens. Another record, but not the only one. In the UK, the tune was played 3.2 million times in 24 hours, which Spotify has adjusted to 2.8 million. Whether the track has broken records in other countries are unknown at this time. Amazon Music has reported that the tune has surpassed its previous 24-hour streaming total. And Easy On Me is the lead single from Adele's forthcoming studio album 30, which the last album, 6 years ago. Adele far outperformed BTS, whose songs Butter was streamed 20.9 million times in a single day in May, and Easy On Me beat Butter by more than 14%, even after removing their stands' constant repeat plays. Streams of Butter were slightly over 11 million after Spotify normalized them. And, that was a massive day, and that was a station head was also part of that on Spotify, because they had people that would just open up like radio station rooms and they would play it. And the thing about with Station Head is everybody that is listening counts as an individual stream. So that's one really interesting fact about with Station Head is if I'm a DJ, I'm not just playing one stream. It's not one to many. It's not like radio. It's actually everybody has to have their Apple or Spotify account attached. So when I play a song, it's linking to your Spotify, to your Apple, and it's counting each person in the audience that's listening as a stream. All right, we're going to continue from Digital Music News. Let's talk some tech on the social side. And this is that TikTok removed 81 million videos in the second quarter of 2021, but fewer than 0.5% were copyright related. That's from April 1st to June 30th. Timing was also a factor in the removal of videos that violated TikTok's community guidelines or terms of service. TikTok says that less than 1% of all videos posted, over 8.1 billion videos, were uploaded to TikTok in just 3 months. At that rate, TikTok uploads 90 million videos every day. Let's put that into perspective. 90 million videos every day. TikTok is also stepping up its policing of content aimed towards kids. To do so, they're removing adult nudity and sexual activity as well as violent or graphic material. TikTok claims their automated elimination procedure has a 5% false positive rate. 4.6 million of the 81 million deleted TikTok videos were restored. In that mix, it appears that copyright issues aren't at the top of the list. That either means copyright infringement isn't a huge issue on the platform or TikTok isn't cracking down on it. Their most prevalent case for removing video content, which was 41.5%, was minor safety violations. Less than 0.8% of removals were for copyright infringement on the platform. Copyright takedowns are estimated to be less than 0.5%, and that's being generous. For disseminating false information regarding COVID-19 vaccines, TikTok banned 30,000 videos. 83% of those videos were removed before viewers complained. TikTok claims it also is devoted to keeping users safe online. And this comes after 2 years of intense criticism of TikTok's moderation policies. Last year, TikTok moderator guidelines leaked, instructing censors to hide content from poor, ugly, disabled, and LGBTQ people. TikTok tried to backtrack, claiming the guidelines were intended to avoid bullying rather than censorship. TikTok was also found reading text from users' clipboards, which they go on to claim this was to avoid spam, but that's still a breach of privacy. TikTok's moderation policies enforce Chinese foreign policy. That includes content about Taiwan and the Tiananmen Square massacre. The dispute over TikTok's moderation policies prompted these transparency reports. So we're going to keep on seeing more and more about this. And let's talk about YouTube. More video. I just have a couple more here. YouTube Shorts is 1 year old and what they've learned so far. And this is from Music Ally, which YouTube's TikTok-style shorts feature launched a year ago in India in beta, and the company has celebrated the anniversary by setting out some of the lessons learned from this year. The product lead, Todd Sherman, said, "We're focused on 3 key areas: building a creation experience that empowers anyone to create and find an audience, refining our viewer experience to make sure we're helping people find shorts that they'll love and discover new creators, and determining more ways we can reward creators for the shorts they made that delight the YouTube community." Among the plans are a better audio picker to find music by genre and bookmark sounds, the ability to remix sounds from other YouTube videos, the Shorts player appearing in more places on YouTube, but still with a clear separation between shorts and longer form videos, and they plan to expand the $100 million YouTube Shorts Fund to more countries beyond the current 40 plus already out there. So if anybody uses YouTube Shorts, I mean, now it's like, well, TikTok, well, Snapchat, TikTok, and, Instagram, and now Facebook has Reels. I mean, it's just, everything is just pretty much the same, but it's the different platforms. And I don't know if anybody else sees this, but in their search, it's like, I see so much stuff that has nothing to do with anything I've ever searched in my entire life. This is actually particularly terrible on Instagram. Our Music Industry City account, if you hit the search, it is just influencers jumping up and down, dancing, and promoting, I don't know, running, or so, I don't know what it is. It's just like, there is absolutely nothing in these search algorithms that has anything to do with the account or what we've searched in the past, who we're following. And they keep on, and it's like the same thing. I don't know if anybody else is experiencing this, but if I go to our Music Industry City YouTube channel, our Instagram Reels, not so much TikTok, but we're seeing the same exact style of content that's just being rammed down our throats, and it has nothing to do with what we're interested in. So when they start saying finding, discovering creators that you might not already have found, well, they're surely just giving us the same style and the same stuff. I mean, I would like to find some more musicians on Music Industry City. I want to go over to our Instagram account. I want to hit search. I want to see musicians there. I want to see musicians. I'll scroll, and I won't see musicians. So unless I'm doing something completely wrong there, we're following musicians. We're following music industry. And when we search, we aren't searching anything else. So, and with that being said, we're going to wrap up with
Big green dot. It's the spot.
The Spotify spot. And I mentioned this earlier in the year. You remember that thing that you can put in your car? It's called the Car Thing. And Spotify opens up Car Thing speaker to more buyers in the U.S. Spotify released its Car Thing in-car speaker in a limited run earlier this year in the U.S. Now it's rolling out a little more widely, although still not only in this country. People who signed up for the Car Thing waiting list will be invited now to buy one for $79.99, that's U.S. dollars, although they'll need a Spotify premium subscription to use it. This is in contrast to the launch in April, when its first users only had to pay shipping costs for the device. Spotify goes on to say, "Our goal is to bring our entire catalog of music and podcasts to a wider range of users across an even wider range of vehicles." Not everyone is convinced just yet, however, because The Verge headlined its report on the news, quote, you can now sign up to buy Spotify's Car Thing, but you probably shouldn't. Yes, that is the headline over at The Verge. In short, they're suggesting that many car stereos are capable of similar Spotify connectivity. And yes, I mean, USB, Bluetooth, you can still listen to your Spotify in your car with some certain dashboards and things like that. So, I don't know. I'd love to check it out. If anybody has any experience with the Car Thing, feel free to come out to the stage. And that is it for the reads. So we're going to open up the stage to the audience. I'm going to put 3 minutes on the clock. If you'd like to offer your thoughts or comments about today's topics, now is your chance to join the conversation. And also make sure to check out musicindustrycity.com. Sign up. We have a networking event that is happening. Well, it's not a networking event. It's a hangout. I mean, you end up networking, but it's a hangout tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. But you have to RSVP. If you are a member, if you're a member of musicindustrycity.com, all you have to do is click the submit button. Just go to the events on the right-hand column and just go to the October event. If you are not registered, you can still attend. You just have to put in your information in your email. So if there's anything that stuck out to anybody and they want to jump on the stage, feel free to do so. And as we're, also we're going to be having a lot more content. We're going to be having a lot more digital talk series, and with Future Music Forum series, now that the merger is complete, going into 2022, we are excited. We are also looking for guest commentators and speakers for our shows, for our digital talks, for our panels, and it really is going to be this open format community. And you also, the people that are registered on the site will be able to use it as a platform. It really is. We built this for everybody. It has nothing to do with us. We're not trying to be a company that is saying, hey, everybody, sign up and go here. It's about your platform. You get to share what you want. So there's this community. You get to ask questions. You get to share what you're working on. And, and you also can contact us anything, if there's any way you'd like to get involved in it. So you're going to see a lot rolling out. We're going to have lots of new programming, podcasts, and the music news is going to change. We're going to change up our Clubhouse, because Clubhouse is just a small fraction, tiny fraction of what we're doing. And with that being said, all right, since note takers, we are going to wrap up. And that does it for the music industry news at noon on this Monday from New York. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I'm Peter Schwing, and have a rocking day. Cheers.